Today I'm joined by Brinley Hassan, the voice of the CPCA radio, and she is here today to talk to us about the races that just took place at Frog Lake, as well as the upcoming races this weekend in Kelvington. And so thank you so much for joining me today, Brinley.
Hey, Thomas, thank you so much for having me.
And we'll start, Brinley. How were those races in Frog Lake this past weekend?
The weekend opened up on Friday with a lot of rain. Luckily for us, Frog Lake track is really well maintained and it's a really nice one there. So it holds water pretty well. But looking at those times from day number one, they were quite slow. I mean, this is a track where the record is about a 115 and guys were running 140 with no penalties or anything. So it was quite heavy there, which kind of gave an opportunity for different guys to get ahead and not just, the same last couple guys of the night really powering through. So as the rain went on, the track got heavier on Friday, which means that our day money run on Friday actually came from a non-point outfit of Ryan Baptiste, which typically isn't usually the case. A non-point outfit is not a driver's best running horses. It's kind of getting them out there and getting them practiced on the track and in a race. So for them to win a day money kind of just speaks a little bit more about the conditions there. Saturday, Danny Ringette had a really nice looking run that kind of bumped him up in the times again. And Logan Gorst actually wasn't even in the top five that night, which I don't know if that's happened at all this season until then. So that heavier track really had an effect on him as well, but not enough to take him out of the running because Championship Sunday there, we still saw him walk away with yet another aggregate championship buckle. So it was definitely another good weekend for Logan Gorst, but there was some guys up there making moves as well, like Brad McMahon. He was sitting third. Danny was in second. Dallas Dick was kind of right behind them in fourth, and Colby Stanley rounded out the top five.
And those drivers you just mentioned are in the top spots in the driver standings right now for the CPCA. And with the CPCA finals getting ever closer, what are drivers trying to do right now to, if they're not in those final four spots, get into them, and if they are in those final four spots, hold on to them so that they can be in that final dash for cash?
Yeah, I mean, right now, looking at our CPCA point standings, I think anyone in the top 10, it's kind of fair game for them. We've seen a lot of movement back and forth, and even going back to Batosh, where we saw, some guys didn't run as good there, and the standings really moved up. Colby moved up to fourth, and he bumped Dallas and Robbie Ethier both back a couple spots. So things are pretty fluid right now, and I think everybody's going to be really focused on having clean runs to secure those spots because yes, you want to make it to number one, but you also really want to be in one of those top four spots, if not number one, because that's what gets you into that final dash for cash. I think someone like Dallas Dick absolutely has it in him, and he's right on the bubble there. It's going to be really tricky to hold him off for the guys that are in the top four spots right now.
And as we get to the final few races of the CPCA season, what are drivers doing to keep their horses in top shape so they can finish strong?
I mean, the Chuck Wagon racing season is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and the care for these horses never quits. It is around the clock, constant, making sure that their feed is exactly tailored to them and helping them perform and, kind of recuperate as best as possible. They're getting Magna Wave treatments, they're getting all sorts of things. Horses get chiropractic work, their teeth are always, kept up to top shape. So it's kind of a whole laundry list of things that these drivers are doing right now to make sure that their horses are staying healthy, but also running at the best of their capacity.
Thank you so much for all the information today, Brinley, and we look forward to another great set of races in Kelvington this weekend.
Thank you so much for having me, Thomas.